Now, look, let's talk about TikTok because there have been reports that Chinese officials were in preliminary talks about a potential option to sell TikTok's operations in the US to Elon Musk should the app be unable to avoid an impending ban over there. TikTok has since dismissed that. Bhatia, what do you think could happen here? It's very interesting to me because there are over 170 million users in the US alone, many of whom who have built platforms and businesses. They're making money now from this app. It's so popular. If Elon Musk doesn't step in and buy it, is it really the end in the US?
I think it might be. The Chinese have indicated that they would rather completely delete the app than sell it. I think it's very interesting if it does go to Elon Musk, what that says again about his relationship with China, because they would rather delete the app than allow an American to buy it, except Elon Musk, right? Which tells you a lot about that relationship with the CCP. But okay, they're denying it for now. They're not known for telling the truth. I do think that it could happen that TikTok will simply disappear from our phones. It presents a major national security risk. The Chinese are constantly stealing data off of people's phones. It's also very unhealthy for children. We know that there are kids who committed suicide because the algorithm on TikTok led them down that dark road. And most importantly, the Chinese don't allow their own children to use this, which tells you a lot about how they think it impacts children. They have their own Chinese version, which is incredibly educational and very boring. Apparently, it's impossible to stay on it for more than 20 minutes without getting bored out of your mind and shutting out of it. So I think it could either sell it to an American or get rid of it. Selling it to Elon Musk is like allowing the Chinese to keep operating it, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, fair enough. I'll be very curious. I know there's a lot of TikTok users over the US who are crying over this decision,
Yes.
but yeah, it remains to be seen, doesn't it? Now, before we let you go, there's a lot of conversation surrounding a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. But yeah, how would something like this benefit Israel?
So Israelis are very divided on this because they feel that the deal it's very complicated. On the one hand, they're going to get back 33 hostages. Not all of them are alive, but they will get back all of the remaining women, including the women soldiers who were horrifically captured by Hamas. So this is obviously a huge win. On the other hand, they feel that they will not be allowed to continue prosecuting the war to the fullest extent. I think this is a great deal. I think Donald Trump knew exactly what he was doing when he put Steve Witkoff in charge of this. Steve Witkoff, who showed up and said to Bibi Netanyahu, we're going to do this President Trump's way, and he wants those hostages released. And so you're going to have to say hello. And then Steve Witkoff went to Qatar, where he has a really good relationship with the Qataris and managed to get Hamas to the table. So I think, first of all, it's a great deal to see those girls home in the arms of their fathers and mothers. I cannot wait for the moment. I don't think Donald Trump is going to allow Israel to be in a weak position vis-a-vis Hamas. I think that he will reward them for doing this. And I think that this is an example of what we can expect from Donald Trump's foreign policy more broadly. He is the deal maker. He knows how to make the Middle East do what he thinks it should do. My friend Zed Jelani says Donald Trump is kind of like a Gulf Arab, you know? He sends his son-in-law and his, Orthodox Jews and, rich developers to go over there and push his interests and get a good deal. And, that's what he did. And he's not even president yet. There was one of the Arab officials in Doha gave an interview and he said Donald Trump, through Steve Witkoff, got more done in one conversation with Netanyahu than Biden did in the 2 years since October 7th. And I think that just speaks volumes. Thank God, Baruch Hashem, we are in a new era. And I truly hope that, all of those people come home, that the families whose hostages, family members who are hostages are dead, get their bodies so they can give them a proper burial. And this should never, ever happen again.
Yeah, we all hope and pray for the same. Bhatia Ungar-Sargon, always really great to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this evening.